This is the story of Sarah and Jeff, the couple we gather to celebrate today on the most important day of their lives, their wedding. But to truly understand this love story, we have to rewind the clock. On August 31st, 1994, a little girl named Sarah was born into a world filled with love. Her parents, Mai and Han Chao, were overjoyed to welcome their daughter. She was adored by everyone, well, almost everyone. Her older brother Stephen wasn't exactly the warmest growing up. He bullied her with classic big brother energy and even once broke her arm. But time has a way of softening hearts. Luckily, Stephen ended up marrying one of Sarah's close friends on her birthday, and somewhere along the way, he became the warm and loving brother she always hoped for. Thankfully, cousin Anthony was always there, the peacekeeper and partner in crime of the trio. Mai and Han turned hardship into opportunity. They gave Sarah the best of both worlds, the rich roots of her Chinese heritage and the freedom of growing up in the US. She may never fully understand the fear they lived through, but everything she is today is because of their love, their strength, and their sacrifice. Sarah comes from a big, beautiful family. Her mother's 8 siblings and her father's 9 created a world rich in love, tradition, and warmth, where every gathering felt like a celebration. And with a family that big, of course, she was lucky to have tons of cousins. They were her first friends, her constant companions, and the built-in party at every get-together. Growing up with that many cousins meant there was always someone to laugh with, play with, or get into just a little bit of trouble with. She was lucky to be guided by Sun and Moon. Sun, who gave her wisdom, and Moon, who offered warmth. Together, they helped shape her into the strong, loving, and independent woman we celebrate today. And through it all, Sarah had her lucky star, Vicky. Just like the stars in the sky, Vicky has always been there, constant, guiding, and quietly lighting the way. For the past 6 years, living in Taiwan hasn't always been easy, but with Vicky's kindness, support, and unwavering care, it has always felt like home. Vicky didn't just treat Sarah like a friend. She and her family embraced her as one of their own. For that, Sarah will always be grateful. And who would have guessed that learning Chinese as a child would one day bring her all the way to Taiwan and lead her to Jeff? On October 3rd, 1993, across the world in Taiwan, Jeff was born, the middle child of a close-knit family. His parents, Grace and Peter, were thrilled to welcome their first son. Growing up, Jeff was curious, thoughtful, and quietly confident. School came naturally to him, and he approached life with a calm, collected energy. His sister, the eldest, often played the role of a second parent, always putting her needs last to care for him and his younger brother. The boys shared everything growing up: clothes, snacks, secrets, maybe even a pair of underwear or two. Their bond was unshakable, built through laughter, struggle, and an unspoken loyalty that still holds strong today. Raised in a traditional farming household, family wasn't just important, it was everything. Life was simple, but never easy, and everyone played a part. His uncles and aunts treated him and his siblings like their own, and though the cousins didn't grow up under the same roof, they shared the same childhood. The same values, the same mischief, the same heart. His father worked tirelessly to provide for the family, while his mother anchored the home with quiet strength and endless care. Frugality, humility, and hard work weren't just values passed down. They were woven into everyday life, shaping the person he would become. Little did he know that staying one extra year to finish his master's degree would change the course of his life forever. And as Sarah and Jeff's love grew, so did the connection between their families. Despite not speaking the same language, their parents found a way to understand each other. Through shared meals, warm smiles, kind gestures, and a mutual love for their children. What began as polite meetings turned into genuine care, built not with words, but with heart and a shared table. When Sarah and Jeff met, it wasn't supposed to happen. Different countries, different cultures, different worlds. But fate had its own plans. One day, Sarah took the leap and moved to Taiwan. Together, they've spent the last 6 years building a life of their own, filled with adventures, many workouts, silly moments, and so much laughter. There were quiet nights with their 2 cats, spontaneous trips with friends, and a million small, beautiful moments that made ordinary days unforgettable. Who knew Sarah would become a kindergarten teacher and Jeff a full-fledged crypto bro? And now, surrounded by family and friends, we're here to witness the beginning of their greatest adventure yet. Marriage, a love that honors the past and builds the future. A partnership rooted in courage, compassion, and connection. Whatever comes next, one thing is certain. Sarah and Jeff will face it together, hand in hand. Congratulations, Sarah and Jeff. We can't wait to see your story continue to unfold.